Hello everyone. Welcome back to Beyond Basics, where we make English grammar easy and science simple. In our last video, we discovered what nouns are. They name people, places, things, and even ideas. But here's the cool part. Not all nouns are the same. Just like chemicals come in different forms, solid, liquid, and gas, nouns also have different types, and understanding these types helps us write better, speak clearly, and explain science like a pro. Today, let's explore the types of nouns using easy examples from science. So stay tuned till the end, and if you are enjoying this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Beyond Basics. Let's dive into the topic. Why learn the types of nouns? Because it helps us understand the role of words in a sentence. And that's very important when you're writing lab reports, giving presentations, or simply explaining your ideas to someone else. For example, let's say Marie Curie discovered something important using some equipment in a place. That's vague, right? But if you know proper, concrete, and common nouns, you'll say Marie Curie discovered radium using a microscope in a laboratory. See the difference? That's the power of understanding nouns types. Time to learn the types of nouns. Common noun, proper noun, collective noun, abstract noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, and concrete noun. Now, let's explore noun types one by one. Let's begin with common noun. A general name for a person, place, or thing. Examples: scientist, elephant, planet, element. Think of this as a category. A scientist can be anyone. You don't know who specifically. It's a common label. In science, we use common nouns all the time, like solution, reaction, lab, etc. Here's a sentence. The scientist performed an experiment with a metal. Common nouns in this sentence are scientist, because it refers to any scientist in general, not a specific one like Marie Curie or Dr. Abdul Kalam. Next is experiment. This is also a common noun. It names a general action or process that scientists often perform. If it were a titled experiment like the Rutherford experiment, that would be a proper noun, but here it's general. And metal, another common noun, referring to any type of metal, not a specific one, like copper, iron, etc. The next type of noun is proper noun. A specific name which is always capitalized, like Newton, Mars, India, the periodic table, etc. If I say planet, that's common. But if I say Mars, now you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is how we make our writing precise. Isaac Newton discovered the law of gravity. Proper noun in this sentence is Isaac Newton, because it refers to the specific name of a person, a well-known scientist, and a unique individual in history. The next noun category is collective noun. A word that refers to a group of people or things. Examples: a team of scientists, a batch of samples, a collection of data. Instead of saying 10 researchers, we say a team. That's a collective noun. It helps simplify complex or large groupings. Here's a sentence. A team of scientists conducted the experiment. Collective noun here is team. Team is a collective noun because it refers to a group of individuals, like scientists, acting as a single unit. Collective nouns name groups made up of members like team, family, class, committee, etc. Let's move on to the next noun category. Abstract noun. Things you cannot touch. They are ideas or feelings. Examples: gravity, curiosity, intelligence, energy. You can't hold gravity in your hand, but it's real, and we study it. These abstract nouns often represent scientific concepts. Here's a sentence. Curiosity leads to discovery. Abstract nouns here: curiosity and discovery. Curiosity is an abstract noun because it names a feeling or mental state, the desire to know or learn something. You can't see or touch curiosity, but you can experience or feel it. Next is discovery. It is also an abstract noun because it refers to the act of result of finding something new. Like curiosity, it's not something physical. It's a concept or event. So today, we explored 4 important types of nouns: common, proper, collective, and abstract, and saw how they show up even in the world of science. Let's have a quick practice. Which nouns can you spot in this sentence? Einstein inspired a team of researchers with his intelligence. Let's break down the answers. Here, Einstein is proper noun, team is collective noun, researchers is common noun, and intelligence is abstract noun. That's it. From scientists and labs to curiosity and gravity, nouns helps us name and express everything around us, even the invisible ideas we work with. Using the right kind of noun brings clarity and precision to your communication. And guess what? You're just getting started. In the next video, we'll continue with even more types of nouns, including countable, uncountable, and concrete nouns, with real examples from science. If you found this helpful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Beyond Basics. Let's keep making English grammar and science fun and simple together. Until next time, keep learning and keep exploring.